Capricorn, hey, what is up? Thanks so much for tuning in. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you're well. This is our first reading of the year for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cross watchers, welcome. I'm sure you know the drill. In my opinion, as long as the message resonates, regardless of time, energy, zodiac sign, etc., then it's definitely meant for you. All right, so let's look at the New Year energy, New Year vibes. Let's get going. Highest and best message for Capricorn. Okay, the chaser. So someone is doing some chasing. This could be you. This could be, I kind of feel like this is actually someone coming after you more so, though. It feels to me like you've probably drawn some lines, some boundaries with an individual. You guys probably had kind of a co-dynamic or codependent or unhealthy dynamic. And now this person's feeling afraid that they're going to be left out, right? But this also feels like this is someone that, you know, did really hurt you. And I feel like you kind of have to put them on the back burner for a minute as you rest, as you heal, as you nurture yourself, especially with that self-indulgent card, because this is all about you stepping away from that unhealthy dynamic in order for you to make healthy choices. And that's always easier said than done, right? Like, it feels good when someone's chasing us. It feels good when someone wants to apologize or, you know, but why are we getting into that place in the beginning? It looks like you're able to kind of see this dynamic for what it is, and you are ascending because you're connecting more with true love, authentic love, not back and forth, up and down, in and out, etc., right? And I feel like, like I said, it looks like you've set some boundaries with this person, this situation, this individual. Yeah, I cut right to the Five of Swords. So Five of Swords is like when, you know, our boundaries are set and we are not budging. And that Temperance card, it's challenging, right? Because I think with Temperance, it's like we have to find that balance between what we're sensing, what we're feeling versus what's actually happening on the physical plane, right? And when there's a lot of emotions in a situation, when maybe someone is, you know, not being the healthiest or the dynamic is not the healthiest, it's really hard. That Temperance energy is really hard, right? Because we can know what someone's thinking, feeling until we're blue in the face. But I think this is that energy for you, Capricorn, of being a little bit more diplomatic, seeing that higher perspective, not getting evolved or sucked into the emotion, because it's not really going to serve you nor the situation. You know, I feel like the choices that you're making right now are definitely in alignment with where you need to be at. You know that you kind of have to take a step back. It's the only way this dynamic is going to heal, right? Especially if there is this runner chaser. That Nine of Cups is all about our wish fulfillment. So in order for you to get what you want, this is essentially saying that you have to be a lot more rational with your approach. It can't be so emotional. We'll look into this person a little bit more, but that can even be like, instead of approaching them with emotion, with feeling, yeah, it's using more of the logic is what I'm hearing, because they're not responding to the emotion until they feel like they're losing you, right? Until they feel like they've kind of lost their grip or they feel like you're leaving them out, etc. That Eight of Swords energy is all about them, you know, blocking themselves, right? Their own fear, their own inability to kind of like remove their own obstacles. It's not about you. If anything, Capricorn, with this Empress energy, you're showing up very grounded, very stable, like you know what you want. This is, you know, this does feel like someone, yeah, here, that Five of Swords popped out again, guys. You probably have been dealing with for some time. Especially with that runner-chaser dynamic, right? And, you know, what I'm seeing is it's not specifically saying to walk away from this relationship. I don't specifically see that. I do feel like there is an opportunity to heal so that you guys find a little more common ground. And really, Capricorn, that shows like that's what you're working on, you know? You could be putting a lot of time, energy, effort into your career, what you're growing, you're building, your money, etc. And there's a lot of stress around that, right? Work is stressful. We work a lot modern day. And sometimes when we are working a lot, we can't pay as much attention to our love relationships or friends or family, like people close to us. You know, I mean, and I think it is kind of messing with this person that you're dealing with. They probably are communicating this to you. I would say that's fair to say. You know, but you feel needed, right? You feel like you're kind of in this space where maybe you're being pulled a lot of different ways. And it's detracting from, yes, again, there's that. This to me is like, especially if you're married, partnered with this person for a long time, it's basically saying it's kind of taking the short end of the stick. And I don't say that in disrespect to you at all, because you probably feel a lot of guilt around that, especially with this dynamic of working a lot. But you know, Capricorn, I mean, that's what your energy is all about. You're a phenomenal worker. You're incredibly strong. You know, Earth energy has that ability to bring in abundance on the physical plane. And sometimes we do have to kind of step aside from our family duties, right, in order to make that happen. Maybe not ideal, but I also feel like this person isn't really giving you a fair shake about it. Maybe they have specific ideas and opinions about how it should be looking, what you should be doing, right? But then they end up kind of like not looking at themselves, right? It's easy to point the finger at someone else, right? And blame someone else. And it's a lot harder to look at yourself. And that's exactly what it says that this person is doing. Like, they're not, like I said, they're self-sabotaging. They're the one that's kind of taking the situation for granted. And I feel like as things move on with them, you're seeing that, or they're seeing, I should say, they're understanding this a little bit deeper. But I also feel like this is coming from what you communicate to them, right? Yeah, there we go. There's that communication. So you have a really honest conversation with them. You tell them how it is. Maybe not what they anticipated. This is that self-protection energy. Places that you are going to protect yourself for the greater good. Maybe you struggle to open up to this person because you feel like they're not supporting you. I feel like, honestly, to me, what I would say topically is it looks like you guys are just in a shifting of the dynamic, you know? You've had like this back and forth kind of runner chaser dance going on, which is really normal in relationships, right? But that's all shifting and evolving, and it is because it has to. Because you're in a different space of your life, Capricorn, where you need to put your energy and attention towards the things that you're passionate about, towards what you love. And obviously you want to be with a partner, have friends, family, you know, business people around you that support that, or else it makes it really hard to accomplish those goals, right? Like we all need support. We can't do it by ourselves. And I don't feel like this person specifically gets that 100%. But it's not about you. It's actually about them. I feel like this is about their inadequacy. They see who you are. They see that whatever you put your hand to, what you create is abundant. That can be really threatening too, you know? When someone like kind of comes across like they're a little better than you, you know? Or they just have their shit together a little bit more. And that's how you're vibing, Capricorn, you know? So, I mean, with this Scorpion card, honestly, has legit come out for like the majority of the zodiac. And it does really make a lot of sense with that Mercury in retrograde, because this is really talking about how, you know, we want to be mindful of the things that end up like kind of hurting us, you know, even the things that seem like they're good, that we should be putting our time and energy towards. It's the things that kind of, you know, sting us, for lack of a better, poison us, you know. It makes us see things in a different kind of perspective. There needs to be a little bit of softening. That's the downside, right, of that earth energy, is it's can be very rigid and stubborn, you know. And so maybe there's a little bit of easing up that you need to do, especially in this dynamic with this other person, because they're not understanding. Like I said, I do think it's coming out of some insecurity on their part. And instead of vocalizing that to you, they end up blaming you. Where they know underneath the surface, it's not about that. It's just more about things are shifting, you know, your attention is not as much on them. And that's hard. It's a big pill for them to swallow. So they might be a little bit defensive about it right now. Remember, you're ascending. And I feel like you're doing this a lot more consciously. This is about you connecting with that authenticity, especially that love card. Making strategic plans and choices about how you do things. And it's coming more, like obviously it's coming from just a better space within you. You've been doing the work. Like I said, when the sun is in your house, in your placement, this is when, you know, it is your time, right? It is your time to shine. And that's exactly what is showing up for you, Capricorn, which is awesome. You're just dealing with someone that's having a little bit of a hard time with it. This is going to evolve. Like they are going to, like I said, they're going to have some clarity around this. Maybe why you don't reveal everything to them, right? Why you might keep some things to yourself. Remember that self-protection. I feel like this person wants to be involved. I feel like they want to have that open communication with you. And that definitely shows that that's going to manifest. But you guys need to have a conversation first. And I feel like this conversation is going to be born out of some tension and some frustration and things not going your way. But it's actually, well, both of your ways, I should say. It's both of you. But that conversation is actually going to help you guys kind of overcome that. So I hope that helps, Capricorn. If you want me to look into your personal situation, I would totally love to do so. Would love to honor and support in whatever way possible. Definitely check out what services I offer. You know, like, share, subscribe. If you connected with the message on the video, check out the other content. Drop comments below. I would love to hear how this resonated for you. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Lots of love and light. Thank you.